Sunshot, boys. It's a hand cannon. It used to have only 8 rounds in it, but now it's got 12. Which, if you do your math right, that is 4 more rounds of explosive destruction. Now, why this hand cannon is not being used more in this sandbox, I have no idea. Because it actually got 2 buffs. Not only did it get a buff to its magazine size, but it also got an indirect buff when all of our other hand cannons received a ranged nerf. Now, of course, Sunshot here was also subject to that ranged nerf, but Sunshot has a beautiful component about it called explosive rounds, which means, yeah, impact damage wise, Sunshot will receive damage fall off, but explosive rounds never receives damage fall off, meaning it will always do its full amount of damage at whatever range you're at, allowing for these mid to long range maps that I normally would feel uncomfortable using nothing but a hand cannon on, especially in this sandbox. Sunshot just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy and allows me to main it pretty much everywhere, okay? For both PvP and PvE. Why this hand cannon is not being used more, I just don't get it. I don't get it, boys. Look at this destruction. Now, for some of you that don't know what Sunshot is, it comes with the intrinsic perk Sunburn. This weapon fires explosive rounds and highlights targets that take damage from Sunshot. Now, it's got a number of perks here that make it extremely deadly, a catalyst that extends that range and stability, also the trait Sunblast, which actually will result in your targets exploding upon getting killed by Sunshot. Now, the reason why this baffles me is that I've got friends that are actually farming for god roll weapons with Dragonfly. Dragonfly was one of those perks that did not get nerfed in this sandbox, and all I've been hearing about is, oh, I gotta get the whatever hand cannon that comes with Dragonfly. When all they gotta do is go to their collections and pull this exotic out that does explosions without the need for precision kills. It's a win-win. Now, using Sunshot with this big buff in magazine size, going from 8 to 12 with this weapon is gonna mess with your mind a little bit, right? Because normally you're so used to just reloading constantly. All of a sudden today, I found myself going, wait, you don't have to reload after every single kill. No, you can actually stop, take in the explosions, grab another kill or 2, and then proceed to reload. It's a beautiful thing in PvE. And my only guess is a lot of people just don't use it in PvE because they're too hung up on weapons that do damage like Rampage and Kill Clip, or multi-kill clip, or swashbuckler, when really, when it comes to a primary, it all boils down to the same thing. How fast can it kill ats? Sunshot kills them so fast. And Vex offensive right here. Would I rather take Recluse or Sunshot in this scenario? You're telling me being able to sit back, perched up on a wall here, out of danger, out of harm's way, popping shots off into Vex, and watching fiery damage explode everywhere. And now, I don't have to reload but once every 12 shots? My God! Again, it's almost criminal how underused this exotic is now. And I'm just gonna go under the assumption that people just don't know, right? There's just been a lot of stuff thrown at us. Shadowkeep launch, you got all these new weapons. Why go back to a weapon that was available to us in Destiny 2's beta? Fella, Sunshot, it's nasty, all right? I'm serious. It's nasty on so many fronts. It is becoming a main weapon for me for both PvE and for PvP. Now, moving into PvP though, this is considered a 150 round per minute hand cannon, and it has a damage fall off range of about 27.5 meters. This is with the exotic catalyst, which is pretty much neck and neck with something like Crimson. Now, understand that these archetypes have actually been nerfed individually in a way, right? Like there's like a blanket nerf, but they've been affected differently. So Crimson with the exotic catalyst has 93 range. For some reason, that matches the same amount of range of Sunshot that has 74 range. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's how Bungie has done things. Now, I've been having a difficult time finding what hand cannon I want to use. Like a real difficult time. Scout rifles are actually doing really good in Crucible. Pulse rifles have always done good and are still doing good, but I've been at odds with hand cannons as I normally found myself in awkward situations outside of optimal ranges like 28 to 29 meters, and I would get gunned down. With something like Sunshot, yes, you will start to receive damage fall off at 27.5 meters, but explosive rounds will always hit. And even though it's only doing 22 damage per explosive round, that damage remains consistent, meaning at all times, whether I get the kill or not, I am present in that gunfight. So Sunshot here actually received somewhat of an indirect buff with the sandbox changes affecting range for hand cannons, as its damage fall off is not nearly as steep as our other hand cannons, and considering that it has explosive rounds, it also seems like Sunshot still remains sticky at ranges that normally your hand cannons will start to blank. Now up close, inside of its optimal 27 1.5 meter range, Sunshot has a 0.8 second time to kill value. And even though it may not be a legendary that can roll with things like Kill Clip or Rampage or whatever other lethal perks that increases our damage, it is one of the more consistent hand cannons that you can use right now. So fellas, that is Sunshot in this sandbox. Yes, it got a nice buff. It was needed. It's a hell of a lot better. And if you're like me, I'm actually speccing my build every which way possible to keep Sunshot in my loadout. Currently right now I'm trying to get the new shotgun from Eris Morn that can roll with something like 1-2 punch. We'll probably be reviewing that, but that really opens things up for me. I can still rock Peregrine Greaves with 1-2 punch, but I can simultaneously keep Sunshot on me at all times. Well guys, that is Sunshot in Sandbox 2.6.0.1. We'll be reviewing the rest of the exotics that got touched up on. I think next we'll cover Huckleberry, as it actually got a 10% buff, so be looking out for that. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.